Mitsubishi. My name is Nathan, and today we're going to be doing a walk around video on this really cool Ford Mustang GT. Now it is a 2017 model and it does also come in the manual. So what we'll do is actually run through the condition of the car as well as some of the finer little details that have been added to the vehicle to make it somewhat unique. So what we'll do is run through the condition and point out as much as I can. So starting off on that front end, beautiful aggressive Ford Mustang front end. You do get that front splitter at the front. At the bottom, now I will note that it looks like it's probably hit a curb or something just when it's going up something steep, considering how low these are, and this car has also been lowered, so probably just got a little bit of damage there, but the rest of the front lip is in pretty good condition, and it's just a plastic, so no cracking or damage, just a bit of scuffing. Now front end condition is very good. Does have very minor stone chips on the front of the bonnet. Being a black vehicle, you are going to see these kinds of things, and on the sides here, very minor stone chips. Could do with a slight wash, but don't worry, before you pick this car up or before you actually get this car, we are going to be doing a full detail anyway. So on the front of the car, as you can see, it's got that very aggressive front end rouse scoop, so it does have add a little bit of character to the vehicle, but it doesn't actually provide any real benefits. It's not vented into the bonnet or anything, it's just been blocked off there, but it's just to make it look quite sporty, quite unique. Very nice aggressive headlights with the indicator lamps fitted in those three little stripes, and you've got the projector globe as well. Now coming across the side, you will note that this does have that matte black 20-inch rim, so they are a staggered fitment. The front does have a positive offset. You can see it's almost at the top there. And you've got those Pilot Sport Michelin tires, which are a high quality racing tire. So you've got those very good tires fitted on all four of the rims around the vehicle, and you've got those big Brembo brakes. Being such a sporty vehicle, you want to make sure you have that stopping power as well. Now if you will have a look here, it is pretty low, so these have been fitted with Steeder lowered springs, so slightly lower than your average Mustang. Does make it look quite sporty and pretty nice, but it is also going to add that little bit of extra stick to the ground itself. Chrome badging with the 5.0 to show that it is a 5-litre Mustang. Got the side skirts along the side. Now paint condition, like I said, pretty good. Does have very minor, no, that's just a little bit of dust that came off. No, seems that everything is coming off, so no damage on the side of the car. And also on the side here, you do get that rouse side scoop, so again, not actually practical, it's just that it add a little bit of character to the vehicle and give it a slightly sportier look. Kind of makes it look like a GT350 if you know what they are. Now just to open this up, you do get two keys with the car as well. Having a look inside, you've got that beautiful Mustang plaque on the inner guard there, just to keep the paintwork nice and clean. Full leather interior with carpet mats as well fitted. You do want to make sure you're keeping those carpets clean. Very nice door card. Does have a little bit of damage on the bottom there, just from probably someone getting quite lazy and kicking it open. It is just a scuffing, probably will come off when we do a detail on the vehicle, but just so you know that that is there, but we're going to try our best to remove that anyway, so don't stress too much about that. Apart from that, very good nick. It's got minor hairline scratches, so if you do note, there's one there, there's one just along the edge of the arch here, and also couple on the actual side scoop there. If you can see that, very minor scratching. And on the back there, you've got those very chunky Michelin Pilot Sport tires on that staggered rim, and these are slightly more concave if you can see, but beautiful color, matches very nicely with the car. Those rims are also in excellent condition, so no damage. And coming across to the back of the vehicle, you do get that GT badging in the back there. Dual tip exhaust. You've got the color match rear parking sensors along the bottom of the car there, blended in beautifully, and that reverse camera in there to help you park the vehicle. Now if I open up the boot, you can open it up using the remote. You just have to press that twice, and if you open it up, have a look inside. Plenty of space in the boot here. Got this netting as well if you do need to secure something that could be loose. And if I lift this up, do get your inflation pack. You don't get a spare wheel, as this car is designed for sports, so you want to make sure it is as light as it can be, and considering how heavy these are, that is going to help. Now coming across the passenger side of the vehicle, paintwork again is pretty phenomenal. No damage on this side, and you've got that fuel filler cap as well. They are just going to pop open and pop close. When the car is locked, that is not going to open up. So again, that passenger side of the vehicle, now it does have a very minor superficial scratch just on the very edge of the rim there. Nothing too major. You could probably touch that up with a little Sharpie. Side vents again on this side, looks like it doesn't have any damage, but you can see there is a little bit of maybe coloring just on the inside of glue from when it was actually stuck on, so that is a little bit noticeable. A little bit of fading inside the actual oh no, that actually comes off, so don't need to worry about that. That'll come off when we do a detail. Passenger side is very good. Side mirrors are quite an aerodynamic design. They do also get the indicator lamp fitted into the side mirrors. That's going to clear up the panel, but also elevate the lamp itself. And you've got all these beautiful curves and arches. And again, that fourth and final rim. Another light scratch there. And looks like it's probably had a little bit of gutter rash here, but it's been touched up, so probably nothing major. But very nice car, very well maintained, very well looked after. Paint is in excellent condition, which is the main thing. And you've got a very aggressive looking Ford Mustang. So what we're going to do is pop the hood and take a look inside. Taking a look inside the engine bay of the Ford Mustang GT, you've got that beautiful 5-litre 8-cylinder petrol motor, which is a powerhouse at the heart of the Ford. Now, you can see how nicely this engine bay is laid out. You've got these strut braces on the top there to give that stability when you are cornering and taking sharp turns. Now in the front here, you've got your coolant reservoir, so make sure that is topped up and always has coolant in there. Fuse box over here. This is where you'll put your oil in. Does tell you here 5W20, but again, depends on the age of the car, but 5W20 is going to be healthy for the vehicle. And you've also got your dipstick checker here, so make sure you're checking your oils and making sure this car is being looked after. Intake there, one thing I would recommend if you do own this vehicle is you get an OTR, just a nice little intake that comes over the front here. It's going to give it a nice sound as well, just a little tip. And you've also got your wiper and washer fluid reservoir there, so if you do want to fill that up. So what we have here, just a little bit more detail as to the motor. 8-cylinder 5-litre petrol motor. Now this car is fitted with a 6-speed manual gearbox, and it does come with 8 airbags, so lots of airbags for all 4 passengers in the vehicle. This motor produces 306 kilowatts with 530 newton meters of torque. So again, lots of torque and power. Does have a 61-litre capacity fuel tank, does run on your premium petrol, so make sure you're filling it up with 98. And it does have a combined fuel consumption of 13.1 litres per 100 kilometers and an average fuel distance of 466 kilometers off a full tank. But let's be honest, that's not why you're buying this car. You're buying it for that right there. So what we'll do is jump inside the vehicle and have a look at some of the features that does also come in this model. All right, taking a look inside the Mustang now. As you can see, pretty nice on the inside. Does look like it's also been looked after pretty well on the interior. A few little wear and tear things, but I'll point them out as we go through. So starting on that driver's side door, very standard door card. Do get that traditional stitching on the side here. It's pretty consistent with the older Mustangs if you have looked at them. Got fully automatic windows for the 2 windows in the vehicle, both up and down, central locking, and all your power mirror settings up there. There is also a button to fold them in if you wanted to do that. Now on the right hand side of the actual steering wheel are your headlight controls. So if you flick that dial all the way to the right, that's going to be your automatic headlights. So just leave it on that if you want the car to do everything for you. And you've also got a little button in there. Flicking that up will actually open it up to your headlight height adjuster. On the right hand side is the brightness for the actual cluster, and the left hand side are your front and rear fog lamps. Now on the right hand stock is your left and right indicator with your high beam. And on the left-hand stock are your wipers and washers. Again, they are an automatic rain sensing system. Just leave it in auto. Car's going to do all the work for you. Down here, just on the right-hand side of your steering column, is your boot release button as well, just FYI. Now the steering wheel, as you can see, it is not your standard Mustang steering wheel. It is a little bit worn out, but this is a GT350 steering wheel. So it's got this beautiful suede finish with the leather at the bottom, and it's got that red stitching all the way through. Quite comfortable to hold, very soft, and actually very grippy as well. On the right hand side are your media controls. You got volume, mode, and seek, and below that is your call, reject, and voice control for your head unit. On the left hand side are your controls for the little dial in the middle there. So that's going to give you your air to fuel ratio, your cylinder head temperature, inlet air temperature, oil pressure, a lot of information for the driver. And you've also got them in gauges, so you can see all the settings at once, or you can open up the gauges individually depending on which one you want. Very nice cluster though. You've got your RPMs on the left and your speed on the right. Now coming over to the entertainment system, you've got a beautiful sync system. So this is a very responsive head unit, very easy system to use. So you can see you've got your navigation on the left hand side, your AM, FM radio or Bluetooth connect on the top there, and also your phone connect at the bottom. So if I go into audio, you can see you've got all your things, and pressing source is going to open up your Bluetooth, digital radio, CD, which is just over here, and your AM radio if I go back, and you've got all your stations below that. Climate control, so it does have your climate control in the head unit. It is fully touchscreen, so temperature like so, fan speed, and your settings here with your defroster at the front. Phone settings for your Bluetooth Connect, navigation, as it does come with inbuilt navigation. You can see we're at 20 to 32 Kangen drive, and you've got your mobile apps, which is actually for your car mobile connect. Got all the hard buttons as well, so in case maybe this goes faulty, or you prefer using the hard buttons because you're in a different setting, you're in navigation, you want to use a temperature or volume, got all the hard buttons below that. So you've got, in addition to the actual climate control system, the dual zone, you do also get heated and ventilated seats. So you can see it's a pretty warm day today, so we've got the cooling seats on there and they do work very well. Below that, you've got these cool little sporty triggers here. This one is for your driving mode. So I'm going to put the traction control on. So driving mode, so you've got 4 settings. So you've got normal, sports plus, racetrack, and you've also got your snow and wet. Putting it into racetrack is actually going to turn off your stability control. You got your steering feel as well, so your steering response, you got normal, sport, and comfort. That information there is going to display in the cluster in front of you, stability control here, and your hazards here, and the most important button, which is your engine stop start. Down here is a USB input with a cigarette lighter as well, and a little bit of storage as well, with a rubber lining, so stuff's not going to slide around. Now we've got this very nice 6-speed manual gearbox. Throws are very nice. Ford makes some really nice gearboxes, so beautiful gearbox to actually flick through. And if you want to go into reverse, you do actually pull this little lever up and then put that all the way to the left, and you can see that reverse camera there. The sonar on the right, and if you zoom in, you've got the zoom in option if you're trying to zoom into something pretty tight. But very nice gearbox. 2 cup holders with the manual handbrake, and you've got that nice center console armrest. If I flick that up, it does need a little bit of a clean, which it's going to get anyway. Got cone holders, a USB input, and also an additional 12-volt socket for any additional charging that you're going to be doing in the car. Now I'll get the camera person to just pan around the interior to show you. As you can see, it is a 4-seater vehicle. So you've got 2 seats in the back there. Now that's probably going to fit some kids and a car seat, but it's not. It's going to be a tight fit for a full adult. So be conscious of who you're going to put in the back seat. But 2 seats, ISO fixed points, car seat points. You can also drop those seats if you did want access to the boot, if you're maybe trying to transport something and you need to utilize the space. There is very light stainings or marks on the back seat here, which I'll get the camera person just pan around the back really slowly. Right here, so you've got very light white watermarks. Maybe it might come off in the detail, but just so you know that those are there, possibly will come off. But the interior, apart from that, is in pretty good nick. No damage. You've got that cool Mustang plaque there to show you its authenticity, and very pretty consistent with how they've always looked. You've got the 3 vents at the front there and all your air vents on the side. So nice and clean interior. So what we're going to do now is, and one thing I will note as well, is your bonnet release is actually on the left hand side, which is your passenger side of the car, as generally these are a left hand drive. So what we're going to do is jump outside and wrap up the video. So much for watching the walk around video on this 2017 Ford Mustang GT in the black, and it is a manual. So I hope this video gave you a good representation as to the condition of the car and the exterior. I have tried my best to point out everything I can. There are obviously a few minor little like stone chips and marks at the front here, but apart from that, this car is actually a pretty nice car. You've got those cool vents on the side skirts, the custom rims. It is a very, very nice vehicle. Now, if you do have any additional questions, the number to dial is 9907055. We will try our best to answer the question then and there, but if you don't know the answer, we are going to go away, make sure we get the right answer for you and provide you with the right information. Now, one thing I would highly recommend you take advantage of is a glass coat and tinting package. Now, actually, considering the car is leather, you do want to take advantage of the lifestyle pack. That is actually going to give you a lifetime warranty on this beautiful black paintwork. It's going to make it a lot easier for you to maintain, clean, protect it. It's going to prevent it from oxidizing, from fading. And in the black color, you want to make sure it looks as pristine as possible, because black can either look the worst or it can look the best. So you want to make sure it is looking the best, especially on a car like this. Now, what you will also get with that is an interior protection. So because it is a leather interior, it's going to protect the interior. It's going to keep it easy, make it a lot easier for you to clean and maintain. It's going to keep it nice and clean and looking shiny as well. Again, that is going to give you a lifetime warranty. Now, if you are looking for finance options, I would love to get you in contact with our business managers, Julie and Mario, who are going to tailor a package. It's going to package everything in there for you and make sure it fits into the repayments that you are after. So make sure you do take advantage of that, and make sure you speak to them when you can. Now, if you do have any additional questions, the number to dial is 9907055. My name is Mason, and I thank you so much for watching this video.